And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yeah, Monday, March 24th. A little bit of a late start. It's 10 a.m. Kiddos are on spring break. The school they attend right now in L.A., which they're only there for about another month, has the earliest spring break I've ever heard of, and they're off for 2 weeks. I don't mind it, though. Bring the Rugrats to the studio. They have fun here. It's a good old time. Tiger's he has a game today. He's had 5 games in 4 days. A lot of baseball. That's why your boys kind of, I guess you'd say, I'm not really burnt, just tannish. I get the farmer's tan going on.
Do you put sunblock on it or no?
I don't believe in sunblock.
Okay.
Look up the side effects of sunblock.
Proud
of every record sold.
I get super red if I don't. So.
But does the red turn to tan?
Eventually, yeah. But it hurts like crap.
Look up sunblock.
I'll look it up later.
It's not good for you. I've never put it on my body. Refuse to. Your boy's been. I've had a busy few days. A lot of traveling. I went. What was on Thursday morning after all the pods? I went to Glendale, Arizona for mecum, which was nerve-wracking. I've been to mecum. I was at their biggest one in Kissimmee. This is their third biggest in Glendale, right outside Phoenix there. And the plan was to bid on the next giveaway after the TRX that we're doing, which will be announced live soon. That thing's almost done. That thing's going to be sick. But so I went there with the idea to bid on a whip. Again, if it's all up to me, I would have done like F100 bent side, a big boy, big body. I would have done like an old C10. I love F100s. I'm absolutely obsessed with power wagons, like 56 power wagons. I love the resto mods on those. But some of those are a lot of work. And with a giveaway, I don't know how much time we'll have to turn that around. And then I stumbled upon a brand new, it's less than 200 miles, still has the plastic on the seats. They call it Panther Pink. There's a certain name for it, but Mopar calls it Panther Pink. Also Pink Panther. I don't think they can use actual Pink Panther, but it's Pink Panther Pink. Jeep Rubicon last call with the 392. This thing is filthy. Now, a lot of pushback online, a lot of chatter online that it's pink, right? And I get that, but this is an exclusive color. And if you're a gearhead, you'll remember this color was offered in the 70s on some of the Challengers and some of the dope muscle cars. So that's why I dig it. I'll be able to make it look tough. Don't worry. Toss some King Shocks on there. I'll match the bronze that are on the logos to the wheels, lift, tires, mess with the exhaust, probably toss a blower on it, and be over 600 horsepower for a Jeep. That thing's gonna be tasty. But I digress. So at mecum, so you got to register, right? To be a bidder, you got to register. And then there's like the big bidders table where those guys are out of my tax bracket. Those guys have hundreds of millions of dollars. They're buying nonstop cars. But they kind of put me in that area. I'm like, okay, here we go. And it's empty because the auction's all day. Some people get there at freaking 8 a.m. They're there till freaking 8 p.m. at night. And this area, that no one was there, and there's a Red Bull sitting on the table. And my older brother Jay's with me, and he loves Red Bull. And he goes, oh, look, there's a Red Bull. And I go, cool, drink it. He goes, I can't drink it. It's not ours. I'm like, dude, I figured they're on all the tables. We're bid on a car, just drink the Red Bull. So, he's like, all right, cool. He downs the Red Bull. We're sitting there, and this guy goes, the fuck, man? Who drank my Red Bull? This like older guy turned around and go, oh, sorry, man. And Jay goes, yeah, my bad. I drank you, man. I'll go get you another one. Because there's a bunch of drinks. Like there's a VIP area where we can get a bunch of drinks. But we didn't know this. You can't get Red Bulls. And he goes, no, I brought that from home, dude. I've been saving it. And he has like a drink ready to mix. He goes, I've been saving it. He fucking drank that's not your Red Bull. You drank my Red Bull. He's an older dude. Now, part of me wants to be like, hey, dude, calm the fuck down. It's just a Red Bull. We'll get you another one. Pipe down. But then I was like, yeah, I'm here on business. I work with mecum. Don't want to rattle the guy. And Jay goes, oh, don't worry. I'll figure out how to get you one. They got him one right away. So that was cool. And then we were talking about the Jeep because it's coming up in the lot, right? It's real stressful. And then I was like, oh man, we weren't a dick to that guy, but Jay did drink his Red Bull. If he wanted to fuck us over, he could just be like, oh, you're bidding on that pink Jeep? Cool, dude. And just outbid us. Because I had a ceiling. You know? Like in
Red Bull,
and we could, I know, but these billionaires don't fuck around. Their egos are wild. Like guys that get in a bidding contest, way more than what the car is worth, just to flex, because they don't care about money. I do. I'm not in the same tax bracket as them. So I had like my financial advisor's like, you can only spend this much. And in my head, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm going to get this Jeep for that much. It's brand new, limited edition color. We're in Glendale. There's a lot of out of shape white dudes here. They love Jeeps. My brother drank the billionaire's Red Bull. What if, he knows we want it. And so, and then they're like, oh, and we're also going to put you live on ESPN. You don't want to go out like no punk, dude, where you're bidding and it barely gets higher and then you just back out. So they said the Jeep would go for around 125. It's some special collection, this family that owns it. So I'm super nervous. The whole squad's there. And then I was worried about being embarrassed, especially with that billionaire with the Red Bull incident. So first bid, they start off at 100 grand. I'm like, oh, that's my ceiling. 100 grand. And then he dropped. That's what they always do. I'm not familiar with it, right? I've never been on a car. So it was 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 40 grand. I'm like, well, yeah, 40. I'll do 40. 40, 50, 60. I'm like, 70. I'm like, oh, shit. 80. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm screwed. And he goes, will you do 80, 85? I'm like, yeah, I'll do 85. Remember, my budget's 100K here. That's what I was told. 85, 87. And the guy's like, dude, you got to go above 87. I'm like, I'll go 88. 88. Do I get 90? 90. And now there's three other rich ass white dudes trying to get it. 90. And he's like, going once, going. I'm 92. He goes, 92. 92. Do I have 92? Do I have 92? Sold. And that's why I freaked out and tackled Lex live on TV. I did not think we had a prayer in winning that thing. It gets delivered today. Have a pink Jeep. Have it for a while. Yeah, man. It's wild. I didn't think I was going to win it. And then I go straight from there, flying to Austin to do Mr. Joseph Rogan's Fight Companions. Me, Gordon Ryan, the great Eddie Bravo, and Joseph Rogan. And Joe pulls in because he knows, me and him always talking cars. He pulls in. First one I've ever seen. It might be the first one available. He got the new Shelby Super Snake. That thing is filthy. Red with black stripes, bronze wheels. This thing was manual too. Thing's sick. See the red one down where it shows three of them? Yeah, that one. That's his. That's his exact car. That thing's dope. Now, not to compete with Shelby, but your boy did take a dark horse and basically do the exact same thing with Anderson Composite. And I put GTD wheels in gold on it. And I think that thing's rated at 830 horsepower. And ours got up to 860. Just saying. Pretty cool, though. Pretty badass. Long weekend. And then flew out that night from Austin. Got to LA. And then straight to baseball. I was at baseball all day yesterday in Camarillo. The boys went 2-0. Tiger pitched well. Hit well. Hit some bombs. The boys are clicking on all cylinders. And then they got a game today. And they're on spring break. So they're chilling. Hey, dads out there, how do we feel about sliding gloves? It's interesting, right? So here's my thing with sliding gloves. And kids like wearing swag. T doesn't wear a lot of swag. I'm trying to think. No. He has some dope cleats, but that's me. He doesn't care. I just make him wear cool cleats. They don't wear wristbands. They don't wear like the elbow protector. He didn't have like a do-rag hanging out of his back pocket. Some kids wear bandanas and all this shit. It's very rare to wear eye black, even though I like them too. And And then his buddies have sliding gloves, so he's borrowing his buddy's sliding glove. He's like, Dad, I need a sliding glove. I'm like, do you? Do you really need it? Now, I remember when I was in Pop Warner, I wanted a visor because Junior Seau had a visor. And I came up to my dad in the middle of the game and goes, dude, you missed a tackle back there. I'm like, I can't see the sun. I need a visor. I can't see the sun. He's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so these sliding mitts are a thing. They see Otani wearing one. Baseball has a glaring flaw in the rules. Well, the hand ends there, but the sliding gloves extend, so they get there before. Oh, okay. That's cool. My only thing with the sliding glove, I told T, I'll get you one. I got him one. Next day shipping. Shout out to Amazon. Didn't give him like a fancy one. I got him one. My thing is, if he starts playing bad, that'd be the first thing to go. You know? I'm like, all right, because you can't take his bat. You can't take his glove. He needs those. You can't take his cleats. He needs those. He didn't care about eye black or chains or bandanas, so I can't take that. So once he starts in a slump, first thing to go will be the sliding mitt. So that's why I did it. So we'll see. But he's been playing well. So we'll see. Then we go to Austin tomorrow. T has to test at the schools. I'll meet with some travel ball teams. I'll see the new studio, Chinster, and Case. And we're popping, man. We're moving. We are moving, literally. No pun intended, but literally moving. So that's it, dude. That's the catch-up. It's supposed to be 93 today in the Valley. Did you know that?
I didn't.
93
It was
today.
hot yesterday too, so yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got a little
Imagine.
burnt. But yesterday was like 74, 77, I think.
It was 110 at my place.
What?
Yeah. Well, I have a little thermometer thing outside, so it's probably picking up all the heat. It's about 90-ish, 95. Woodland Hills. I'm not kidding. That's what my thing said. Unless it's really bad. Okay.
Yeah, cheapy. It's all good, dude. Just calculate, just take it down 30 degrees. If it says 100, like, oh, it's 70. Let's take a little break here. What does a mechanic, auto shop owner in Georgia, a taco restaurant operator in Arizona, and a life-saving medical innovator in Tennessee all have in common? Well, they're all small businesses, and they're thriving on TikTok. She Mechanic, AZ Taco King, and CPR Rap are just 3 of the 7.5 million businesses across the U.S. that are using TikTok to compete and grow. From family-run establishments to entrepreneurs, 74% of businesses on TikTok say the platform has allowed them to scale their operations, increase sales, and expand to new locations. And the growth means jobs. Today, millions of businesses on TikTok employ more than 28 million people and counting. Small businesses thrive on TikTok. Learn more about TikTok's contribution to the U.S. economy at tiktokeconomicimpact.com. The Fight Companion was interesting because those fights are terrible. Yeah. Usually UFC London, it's always the most rowdiest crowd. They're so excited. Even last time Leon fought there, the crowd's insane. I love London cards. That's how bad this card was. Even the crowd was like, Jesus Christ, mate. It was bad, dude. Bad. All decisions, few submissions, but all just decisions. And when you're doing a Fight Companion, listen, if there's a Fight Companion and I can tell that the fights are boring, you'll hear me randomly go, how about Hillary Clinton, am I right? And then it's off to the races. Or these JFK files, you look at that, there's not a ton there, but that's how bad these fights were. I'm talking about peptides and freaking scorpion venom and shit. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to result to that. The fights. We should be talking about the fights. Barely any fight talk. That's how bad it was. Whole card was just lackluster, man. And the Brits had a tough night. I think it went 2 for 7. Ireland went 2 for 2. Shout out to Ireland. The new president, Conor McGregor. When we see the Conor McGregor run for president, I go, oh, he's never fighting again. It gives him something to do, right? Now that's his main objective. Like, there's no way you're going to run for that position in your country, but also train for a professional fight, right? If anyone can do it, he can do it, but it's over, isn't it? Isn't it? UFC legend Conor McGregor run for president. I love how all the pundits and all the experts are like, he don't have a chance in winning. I'm like, if you should learn anything from history, they said the same thing about Trump. I know he didn't have a background in politics, neither did Trump, and he's been president twice now. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Yeah, this card just was not good. Mick Parkin, I had high hopes for. He didn't look very good, so that's when I got bummed out. Christian Leroy, Shauna Bannon, I always like her. Way too many weird leg kicks. She got rocked and got the submission. Jai Herbert, I had him winning, but I guess they give it to the other dude. I would say the best fight in the card was Kevin Holland, Gunnar Nelson.
Agree.
Kevin Holland at welterweight's a savage. He needs to stay at welterweight. Don't go to middleweight, dude. Stay at. He's funny. He's like, man, you think I'd be set with all the money I make in the UFC, but then I look at the spending. He's like, man, I got to keep fighting. He's hilarious. Gunnar Nelson, it's tough, man. He's just too inconsistent. He has all the skills, but on the feet, he's not world class on the feet anymore. The division caught up to him. He's just too inconsistent. That's all it is. I love Gunnar though. And then Carlos Olberg and Jan, I was like, there's no way this goes to the cards. And you're rooting. You like both guys. There's no way somebody dislikes Carlos and Jan. So I just wanted a finish. And then Carlos, you don't walk away from that fight going, dude, that's a world beater. Even though he has one of the longest streaks now in the UFC, I think he's at 7 in a row. A win over Ozdemir and then a win over Jan is huge for him. Look at that streak, dog. So he lost to Kennedy, but then he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight win streak. Now light heavy, dude, you're right there. But there's no way they give him a title shot after that. There's no way. I'd like to see him fight the winner of Jamal Hill and Roundtree. That'd be a fun one. Yeah, it was just a bunch of leg kicks. It was like, who can kick the legs the best? And then you get to the main event. It's just a fucking shutout. Not to be negative Nancy here. Sean Brady was just like, oh, cool. Leon Edwards. Mm-hmm. And just molly. I had a few 10-8 rounds. It wasn't even competitive. That's your main event. Your boy, the finest London has to offer got eaten alive. Got his ass whooped. I mean, complete domination. Just got mollywhopped. Just bully beat down on the ground. Sean Brady's a savage. He looks so damn good. And at least he got the submission victory, For Leon, I told you guys this last week. Like, this is a crossroads for Leon and Jan. It's kind of like, and for Kevin, like, there's a few guys that really need wins, and 1 out of the 3 got it done. Kevin got it done. Kevin's a contender at welterweight. For Jan, for Leon, it's kind of like, shit, it's over, isn't it? As far as being world champions, it's over. For Leon, he goes back to the queue. He was the number 1 guy. That's 2 in a row. The jig is up. The game plan on how to beat him, unless they're going to give him Ian Gary or Michael Venom Page, it's kind of the gig's up. Schaub got to do the same thing to him. Bilal Hamed just do the same thing to him again. He fights Sean Brady. That happens 10 out of 10 times. All right. His days as champion's over. Bald spot in the back, only getting worse. Ain't that a bitch? That's fighting, dude. That's fighting. A year ago, you're in the pound for pound list and you're world champ, and then some dude goes, I can wrestle, though. All right. That's how it goes. For Sean Brady, I doubt they give him a title shot off this. Even though you beat mollywhop the number 1 guy, I bet they make him do one more. Man, I think Schaub would have his hands full with Sean Brady, man. That lost to Bilal. Now he's ripped off 3 in a row over big-time boys. Like, he's got his shit together. That loss was the best thing to happen to him. And this just makes you also realize how good Bilal is. Now, Bilal didn't beat Leon as bad as Brady did, though. But again, Bilal was the first one to do it. He kind of gave the game plan away on how to beat Leon, so kudos to him. And he also beat the brakes off Sean Brady. Different Sean Brady, but he also beat the brakes off him. Bilal will never get the credit he's owed, ever. It just won't happen, which is a shame. Love to see Sean Brady and Bilal again. Sean Brady, JDM's a good fight. Sean Brady one more, I bet. I could see them doing Sean Brady, Ian Machado, Gary. Be a tough fight for Ian. Just as a title eliminator. Because remember, Schaub was supposed to have the title shot, but he's been out. I think Arrow reported Schaub's going to fight in August. Or he'll be ready by June, July. Yeah, July, August. So that lines up. So I don't think they'll discipline Schaub for having surgery. But if they wanted to, you do Brady, Schaub. Because it's not like Schaub's win over Ian. You're like, oh my God, that guy's a world beater. I was the narrative on that, if you remember, is like, damn, Ian Gary's better than we thought. Not, oh my God, Schaub's the end all be all. The main takeaway from that fight was, oh shit, Ian Gary's legit. If you remember that fight. Welterweight's popping. Light heavyweight's super sad. Heavyweight's super sad. Tom Aspinall got a big pop, held up the duck. Commentators just couldn't figure out why he's holding the duck. Hey man, figure it out, fellas. Right? Right? You're like, what? How are you guys confused about what that represents? Yeah, that card fucking sucked, let's be honest. This weekend's card, you would think, is going to be more entertaining. You got Pyfer on there. The best fight, hands down, on this card is Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer. Take my fucking money. That could be the main event. That's a better fight than anything else. Manuel Torres, Drew Dober is fantastic. Raul Rosa Jr., all right, I'm in. Dave Martinez, Ronaldo Rodriguez. Yeah, cool. Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer's so good. Joe Pyfer, him and Sean Brady trained together. So Sean Brady kicked it off. Joe Pyfer's next. Let's take a little break here because March Madness is popping, kids. 12 seeds upsetting the 5th seed. Number 1 seeds are tough this year, but you never know. And when it comes to college basketball, March Mania, one thing is for sure, nothing's for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella is advancing. Shout out to CSU, even though I hate them typically. Top seeds going home early. It's all going to happen. Bet the unexpected every upset every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. With live betting, exclusive content, promos, parlays, DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. First time? Cool. Here's something special for y'all. New customers get 5 to get 200 in bonus bets instantly. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code SCHAUB. That's code SCHAUB, SCHAB show for new customers. Get 200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Here's the other thing about Sean Brady is, remember this, he took this fight on short notice, and he left his pregnant wife, who was delivering, to go take this fight. If you think you're beating a guy whose wife is in the hospital about to have his first child, if you don't think that dad power kicked in, you're crazy. That dad power is, and he was already strong. Then you mix in the dad power, you're fucked. Good luck. Good luck. That dad strength is no punk. If you want to see some dad power, go to my Instagram. 225, 26 times, 3-minute rest, 315, 5 times, should have been more. And then I did 225, 23 or 24 times. That's dad power. And scorpion venom and creatine. Some other stuff. And I run 2 miles. I talked about it on Rogan, and then Brian hit me up. He's like, hey, man, people don't think you're lying. You can't do it. I'm like, what? He's like, you should film it. I'm like, yeah, all right. I don't give a fuck. I did it Survivor Man style. Set it up, walked away. Set it up, walked away. No fancy edits, nothing. Just raw and real. Okay, just raw and real. That's dad power. Strongest dad at the baseball diamond. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. No spotter. Suck my dick.
Yeah, I was like, why you do that?
Why not?
That's crazy.
I don't want anyone touching the bar. I want nothing. No lift off. Suck my dick.
Well, I guess you do it all the time, so you know you could do it.
I only do it by
But
myself.
that was the first thing. I was like, oh shit, here goes B. And then I was like, where's it? No,
That's what my
spotter.
brother said. He goes, Jesus Christ, no spotter? I'm like, I haven't had a spotter in years.
But your bicep.
Yeah. I'm good, dude.
Wow, that's awesome.
Shout out to Scorpion Venom.
Yeah.
And whatever else I'm on. Who knows what's working? It's working, though.
What about the first setback after the bicep? No spotter?
No, I got on there and just did the bar, and I'm like, I don't really feel the bicep. Because you don't use a lot of bicep with bench.
True. Yeah.
Pull-ups, I can feel it, so I can't do as many right now. I go real slow. But I got on there just with the bar. I'm like, I don't feel it. And I put on 245s on each side. I'm like, okay. Oh, shit. We're back. We're back. We're back. And I put on 315. We're back.
Dogs got riled up.
Yeah, no, man. I'm a one-man army. I'm a lone wolf. Spotter.
Good for you.
And guys would come up like, you need a spot. I'm like, nope, back up. I like to put the pressure on myself. I won't attempt like 400. I won't go above like 365 by myself.
And you never like felt a tweak and like had to dump it or anything?
Never. My brother's like, man, you probably squeak out a few more if you had a spotter. I'm like, yeah. Because you'll see that last set, I do it. And I'm like, you could probably get 2 to 3 more, but I'm not going to mess with it. Put it back.
That's good because those 2 to 3 more where you really push it, that's where you blow.
Tweak out.
Something.
Yeah, tweak out. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. If 26 and 23 don't impress you, I don't know what to tell you. Without a spotter, gangster, dog. What can you do? What can you do? And the 315 is just a little something for you. Just a little, I'll do it in between. Suck it. Suck it. What else get you?
Oh, yeah. There was also fights over the weekend at One Championship.
Rodtang, 90 seconds? Less than 90?
80 seconds, I think. Yeah, 80
God,
seconds.
dog. Sent my boy Luis to this fight, too. He was ringside for it.
Oh, nice. And Tawanchai, who's like a badass, he got KO'd.
Damn.
TKO'd by Noiri, which I think Tawanchai must have been like a big favorite. Yeah, a bunch of other fights too.
Here's a little-
Shinya won.
Damn, Shinya's still doing the
Yeah,
damn
he's
thing?
still doing it.
Armbar in 53 seconds. Get you some.
Adrian Lee.
That's our boy. Here's a little fact about Rodtang. He doesn't train. Smoked cigarettes. Doesn't warm up. They tried shooting like all access with him. They couldn't use it because he doesn't train.
I mean, he fights so freaking often. So
Yeah, he's like, it's like riding a bike. I did so many times since I was a kid. Like, cam. What's a cam? Give me that cigarette. Who is it? Yeah, they're trying to do like an all access, like, because he's such a badass. And they're like, he didn't do anything. He just sits around and smokes cigarettes. And they're trying to shoot him in the back, warm him up. And he's like, what's up? Like, you fight in like 10 minutes. And he's like, cool. Anyone got a cigarette? And went out and beat the shit out of the guy. He's such a freak. And to me, then be like, yeah, we can't use this. I'm like, oh, no, that's the story.
yeah.
Show that. That makes him even more of a badass. Like Mikey Mushimeshi, they basically brought Mikey to instill discipline in him and have him cut weight. And he's like, I'll take the penalty. He's awesome. Real badass. But if you're looking for like someone that eats right and gets their sleep and all this shit, he ain't the guy. If you're looking for that Tom Brady, Kobe mentality, like that, no carbs, make sure they get all this sleep. But also, like, show them. There ain't nobody else like Rodtang. Show that. That's the story.
Yeah.
It's like, remember when GSP on the Ultimate Fighter
I was
show
thinking the
brought
same
that
thing.
French guy.
Yeah, I was knocking the kids out.
Just drinking wine, like kind of not shredded. I mean, not out of shape, but not
He was
shredded.
world class and had like a gut.
Yeah.
And he's just like knocking dudes out. But the thing, that guy kind of got tired. Like Rodtang's like, whatever. Cardio, what's cardio? I just fight. Give me a cigarette. Like, you don't want kids to pick up those bad habits, but it's also like, yeah, there's also that. There's also that out in the world.
Outliers, yeah.
And they've been waiting for him and Takeru
Yeah.
to fight for years. Like, this was the ultimate showdown. Rodtang's like, ultimate showdown? Give me a cigarette. That guy? Okay, give me some gloves. Hikoosh! Knockout. 90 seconds. Back in the locker room, smoking cigs. So gangster. They need to tell that story.
Definitely. And also another fight thing that happened over the weekend was Mike Perry's dirty boxing.
Shout out to Mike Perry. This thing's popping. Yoel Romero just doesn't age. He's 77 years old. And then this Roz Hilton was like, I'll fight him. And he's big, tall, and hairy and got fucking dealt with.
He did.
He got dealt with. Then Andre Arlovsky.
Yeah, he did some. Was it him that did it? Elbows? Yeah, I think he did the elbows and cut the guy up big time. So, I mean, we have Instagram stuff or
Let me see
X
it.
stuff, so we can watch this. I'm sure. This is Yoel.
Look at the size of Yoel's legs. I don't know who the fuck's fighting him in dirty boxing.
Yeah.
Such a bad idea. Why does he have the haircut from the guy from Kickboxer, but the body from a guy that doesn't kickbox? I think he wears look how big his feet are. He wears a size 24 shoe. And is that a Satan tattoo on his back? Yeah, when you're that big and you get knocked out, it makes it way worse.
Yeah, he's super tall.
Yeah, he just got dealt with, huh? Let me see Pitbull.
Their elbow, see?
Doctor stoppage due to cuts. Good for Arlovsky. Are they going to do Arlovsky versus Yoel now?
Do you know what sucks? So, okay,
Bad idea for Arlovsky.
so we're gonna jump to that next one. So, Jon Jones's training partner, Morris Green, he was also there. He got knocked out with him.
That's my boy.
A few
I
seconds.
love
You know
him.
him?
Yeah, I know
okay,
him.
okay.
Yeah. I called his fights at Game Bread. He's such a good dude.
He seems like a sweet guy.
Awesome
He's a
guy.
crochet guy. Whatever.
Crochet guy.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
a hat.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. So, anyways, Jon Jones is now a co-owner of that thing, and of course, his training partner got dropped within like I don't know how many. It was like 20 or
Really?
40
Yeah, just got
seconds.
knocked out right away.
Yeah,
Because he had a huge win in Game Bread.
and this is what I didn't like. This is how they promoted it in the very beginning. It looked like Yoel was going to fight Arlovsky from the
They just took the
Instagram.
two most famous guys and put them on a poster.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to fight.
Exactly.
Which would be awesome.
Well, now, yeah, maybe now they should, but
Yeah.
I don't like when they do that in the beginning because they're both going to be on the card, but they're not going to fight each
Yeah,
other.
it's
It's the old bait and switch.
I hate that, man. But yeah,
Damn, Jon Jones, owner in Dirty Boxing. Conor McGregor, owner of BKFC. What's up, dude?
alrighty. So yeah, this is not really news, but this is also all over the headlines right now. Dana White saying that the Jon Jones Aspinall fight is done, but not really done.
Okay. That means they've agreed to it. That means John's agreed to fight him. I bet they have a date, but they're still figuring out the contract with John. That's what that means, which is the biggest part of this puzzle.
So I think he's saying that he doesn't know when, but it's already done. Like they literally just have to sign the contract. But like apparently, if it's done, that means that they agree
Here's
to
the
all
date.
the thing. You know,
Guarantee
all
the
things.
biggest holdup is John's compensation. That's what's going on here. That's the biggest part of the puzzle.
Okay.
The Schaub Show is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little money there, hoping it all works out, praying it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law, not available in all states. Progressive. Let's get back to the program.
And Dana was talking to TNT Sports, and then I saw this as well. TNT Sports exec says UFC is a fantastic property and has perked our interest. So they're looking
Yeah, no
to get
shit.
into.
Once they lost the NBA, TNT's like, I guess put on more fucking what's that? Ninja Warrior?
Oh my gosh.
How many Ninja Warriors do we have in the can? Like, we kind of used them all. And we lost the NBA. We lost TNT, NBA, Charles Barkley. Like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah, so they're looking at UFC and F1. F1's like a huge thing right now.
F1's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need one of those two for sure. Can't have both. Don't have the budget for that, right? But what's interesting is the pay-per-view numbers are way down for the UFC. UFC views and everything's way down.
But I mean, that shit with the app not working properly too is part of it, right?
I think that definitely. Does it happen that much? It's happened to me once since they've signed the deal with ESPN. I know a few people it's happened multiple times. It's not happened to me enough where I'm like, oh my God, here we go. If it happens again, yeah, then we got an issue. So I don't think that's helping. So there's a number of factors in there why views are low. I also think it's the cards. Some of the cards are, now listen, I appreciate it, Dan. I watch everything. I watch these bullshit fight nights on the Apex. Contender Series is the best thing on TV. I love it all. But I'm not the casual. The casuals, they look at those cards. Like that UFC London, it's not their fault. The card should have been better. It was horrendous. It was so boring, you know? And I love everything. But it was just bad. It's just bad. So I think, and then the pay-per-view is even worse because now, for whatever reason, the UFC went, we have so many fights. Let's just put one marquee matchup on there and they'll still buy it. And they kind of overestimated the fan base. Fan base is like, wait, hold up. So I got to pay $80 a month. Now I got to pay the ESPN Plus fee. And then soon you're going to have to pay a Netflix fee. It's like, it's too much to be a fan. It's too expensive. It's like over $3,000 a year, I think, to be a fan. For some people, it's a ton of fucking money. Football is way cheaper. Baseball is way cheaper. All sports are cheaper than UFC. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was stacked like this is 8 years ago, what they used to do. What separated the UFC from all other combat sports is when you paid whatever it was, I think $69.99 at the time, those pay-per-views were stacked. From the prelims to the main event, you knew everybody. They were stacked. Now, you might know as a casual 2 of the fights on the card if you're lucky on pay-per-views for $80. So they just overestimated the fan base. We'll just feed them whatever and then keep buying. It's like, they're not, though. There's too much to compete with. They're not, though. It's bad timing. And then also back in the day, remember, you could have whatever, let's say 6 bad pay-per-views. Bad meaning 200,000 or less buys. But then you'd have a Conor McGregor fight that would do whatever, 1.5 mil, 2 million pay-per-view buys. And the average ESPN would be like, all right, that's good. We made our money. But when you don't have a Conor, you don't have an Izzy, Jon isn't that active, you don't have a big pay-per-view star, well then when you just have those low pay-per-views over a course of a year, ESPN, TNT, all the Netflix kind of like, what's going on here? So we'll see. But I bet you don't hear about a Jon Jones fight till their UFC deal's done.
The TV deal, right?
Yep.
All right, so today is Cain Velasquez's sentencing day. So he did plead.
Today is?
Yeah, so he pleaded no contest. So whatever happens today, that's the time he has to, be in jail. But yeah, this is what he said.
I already pled no contest, so I'm going into sentencing on Monday. I know what I did. I know what I did was very dangerous towards other people, not just people involved, but just the innocent people. I understand what I did. I'm willing to do everything I have to pay it that back. So whatever the court feels correct for what I have to do, I'm going to do it with my head up and still be me and not play the blame game. It was me that did that and reacted that way. Huh.
Yeah.
I would assume he does a little bit of time.
I'm really hoping that he just has probation, but I imagine something like this is like, I'd say maybe a year at the least. I don't know though.
I don't know. You look at his track record, and hopefully the judge does have kids and can understand that rage, even though he did put some innocent bystanders. Like, he can understand. I always, with this Cain situation, I love Cain. When I look at this Cain situation, it's like, why would you use a gun, dude? Like, if someone hurts my kids, the set of skills I have, and Cain has more skill than I do. Bro, I ain't using a gun.
I know.
You think I bench 225 for the fuck of it twice a week? No. I'm like a fucking hot rod with 1,000 horsepower, and I haven't had to open it up. I'm waiting.
Yes, but
If these libs start attacking gas-powered cars, your boy is all revved up.
with gas.
I might get a Cybertruck just in hopes to show off this skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Kane's all right, and hopefully the judge is a little understanding of the situation.
It's like, I think it's temporary.
Molested
insanity.
his child?
Dude, how would that, unless it happens to you, I don't think anyone's going to know how to react. You think you're going to do this, but that to me is like, I would go like,
And that's what
crazy.
he did.
Yeah.
Give him probation.
Yeah, like a
Make
long
him-
ass probation.
Make him talk
All
to
good.
schools and shit and call it a day.
Yeah.
And then throw that guy who molested the kid in jail or just leave him in the room alone with Kane. That's how it should go.
Yep. So you were here with this when this happened, right? When Joe Rogan said he wouldn't call UFC 315 because it's in Canada.
Yeah, we hate Canada.
That's just part of the MMA news right now. So
Rogan said,
that's
I
just
won't
kinda
be
funny.
there. I don't go to Canada anymore. I don't. I'd rather go to Russia.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Yeah, Canada sucks right now. Good people, though.
All right. This is Charles Oliveira saying that he doesn't see him fighting Ilia Topuria as a big fight.
Interesting.
Here he goes.
I think there's a lot of things. A lot of people are saying a lot of things. Yeah, you said a lot of things twice now. But I'm looking for a title, and today's champion is Islam. He's leaving. So Topuria is a very tough guy. He deserves all the respect in the world. But right now, I don't see it as a big fight. And if I'm looking for a title, well, I have to fight Makhachev in order to win and become a champion. He ain't beating Makhachev.
And then Ilia responded.
Charles, it's better for you to stay quiet. You have 10 losses, 5 by knockout, 4 by submission, 1 by decision. You are the contender, while I am the champion, the father of the entire division at 45, which used to be Charles' division as well. I haven't come here to ask anything. Here, I am the one in charge. Facts. Yeah, facts. Topuria has the upper hand here.
Would you be excited for that as a...
Yeah, the problem is Topuria leaked with
I
you
know.
won't believe it. That I would believe. He's a contender in 155. You fucked me, man.
All right, this is Joshua. This is Jake Paul saying he wants to box Anthony Joshua, even though they're kind of like homies apparently. But and before I would look at this and be like, whatever. But now, dude, he's
Anything's possible.
Yes.
Now,
He's done
like when he
so
calls out
much.
somebody, like, remember we call out Canelo, you're like, dude, you're out of your fucking mind. Fast forward to now, they were this close to
Yeah.
making it happen. With Joshua, you're like, yeah, if that's what he wants to do.
yeah, and he also gave Benavidez props saying that he wouldn't fight him because he's a monster.
That'd be a bad idea. But he doesn't think Joshua's a monster?
And Joshua's huge, right? Like, how big was he?
250?
Yeah.
Like all muscle. I want to be gold medalist. But Benavidez, you're scared of Benavidez? They're both nightmares. But hey, let's do it. That's interesting. He goes, I will beat Canelo. I'll beat a lot of fucking people, but I won't beat David Benavidez. Interesting. I mean, get your money, son. I'd love to see it. Go do it. Yeah, hell yeah. Love Jake. But also, you think you beat Canelo and Anthony Joshua? Let's see it. I don't think it ends well for him, but let's see it. Might as well. The day it's going to happen, so you might as well accept it, y'all.
He's made so many things happen. But
Yeah, it's
who
going to
do you-
happen.
Who do you give him? Do you think Canelo would be his hardest challenge or Joshua?
All of them are absolute nightmares for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. I think Joshua, being a heavyweight as skilled as he is and hits as hard as he does, like that, it'd be tough for him to knock Joshua out. He has a better chance with Canelo, even though Canelo is more skilled than both of them combined. Canelo is smaller, so Jake would have a size advantage. That's all I can give him over any of these guys. And his youth, Anthony Joshua, what? Do it. Do it. Fucking do it. It's going to happen, so might as well get on board.
All right. So Ariel Helwani and Uncrowned posted this. So this is for the GFL. Hold on here. The card. It's going to be May 24th at the Shrine Auditorium.
Your boy's working it.
Oh, snap.
And I set up Ferguson, Dylan Danis, so if you hate it, send it my way.
No, that's probably the best fight we want for Ferguson.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's why I was communicating with both of them. Will you fight? Will you fight? Yep. Let's do it in LA. Yep. Originally supposed to be in New York. Boy made it happen in LA. What's up? I'll be commentating that. That's a great
That's
fucking
dope.
fight.
Then. Yeah. So look, Ferguson versus Dennis.
Dude, it's
Faber.
Henderson Pettis, Lima Hall is probably the second best fight on there. Ferguson Dylan Dan is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool venue too.
I'll be there. You boys want tickets? Holler at your boy.
I will
know a
absolutely
guy.
ask. Yeah. Alrighty. This is Rico Verhoeven talking about his team, and I guess Francis Ngannou's team talking about they're almost halfway there to actually fight each other. They don't say if it's boxing, kickboxing, or whatever, but
It'll be boxing.
halfway there.
That's a great fight. That's a good opportunity for Francis, to be honest. Rico's regarded as one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, for sure, kickboxer.
I still like Deontay better for him. I think he can win that. Get a win there.
And it'd be way bigger numbers too if it was Deontay.
But PFL has no relationship with Deontay, so.
Alrighty. And just quick one from boxing. So TKO Boxing, this is their pay structure right now.
Yeah, I talked about this on Rogan. It's
you
good
did?
for the middle guys that aren't big names, but you're not getting any of the big dogs with this. Go to Canelo and tell him he's getting $750,000 to defend his belt. He's like, bitch, I make that for a logo on my shorts. It's good. It's good for the majority of boxing, but there's about 2% that are
tier.
like, suck my dick. And those are the guys that move numbers. So this ain't going to work for them. Okay. And this is also so far away. All these boxers have long-term contracts with their promotions. Like, this is a long ways away in order to get the big dogs. Let's take a little break, then we'll jump right back in this juicy-ass episode of the Schaub Show, because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Sure Shot, the world's first alcoholic detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content in as little as 30 minutes. That's right. Do everything you need to get done. Have some beers with the boys. Watch March Madness. Have that extra shot. Then you use a Sure Shot, and boom, you're ready to go in 30 minutes or less. And you wake up, you got a long day of kiddos baseball at God knows where, long drive, you don't want to be hungover. That's why you need Sure Shot. You wake up with a sharper mind and body, you get liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. So bring your drink companion. We're talking about Sure Shot. Go to sureshot.com, use promo code Brendan, get 10% off, or it's available on Amazon, TikTok Shop. They're all over. Go to Bevmo, get a 4-pack for you and the homies. You're welcome. Sureshot.com, promo code Brendan. Let's get back to the freaking program.
Okay, so Magomed Ankalaev says that he already accepted a date for the next fight. And let me show you exactly what he says here. I have a date and I accepted already. I hope my opponent will accept too. This time there will be no 5 rounds. I don't get paid by the hour. So it's got to be Alex, right?
Yeah, it's Alex.
Because I looked at, yeah.
It's Alex for sure. Yeah. Hopefully, I would assume it's this summer because they're both fine. He also changed his name to Muhammad. I don't know if you know that.
I think I heard that on the Fight Companion, right? Did they say
No,
that?
we didn't say that.
Never mind. Luke Thomas, I heard from.
Yeah, but go to his tweet. It says Muhammad. You don't need to hear it from anybody, dog. If you go to that tweet you just had up.
Oh, the same tweet?
Yeah. Look, Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
Big Onk. It's just tough trying to make fetch happen, you know?
How about what?
You know what I'm saying? She
Fetch?
doesn't get the reference.
I'm older, dude.
It's still going to be 5 rounds. He's just saying he's going to get a finish.
There will There will be no 5 rounds yet.
Yeah. Donnie, dude, come on. We're eating wrappers, Doug? Chill. What else you got, Jim?
So George Foreman, boxing legend.
Hate
passed
to see
away,
it.
76 years old, which I think is pretty young for someone. Yeah.
He's a big dude, though. Long, hard career. Also, back then, they didn't take care of themselves like we do now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, man. Legend. Hate to see it. I know his son pretty well. That's a bummer, man.
Definitely. All right, I'll just show you a couple of videos here. I've always had some weird thoughts about this, like when people try to do the touch the gloves thing and just attack right away. So let me see what you think here.
Hate to see it.
4
Fake stuff at all
seconds.
times. That was super dirty.
It is, right?
Super dirty.
Okay, so I always feel the same way, but this is what he had. The guy that actually did the glove touch and knocked him out, this is what he says.
There was no glove or fake glove touch on my part, only hard work asked, but he didn't respond, so I went straight to my game plan. Well, no. Let me see again. Mm-hmm. Is he just like touching like, let me see again.
When I see this, it looks like he says yes, watch. Right? Like,
yeah, it seems like that guy was like, yeah, glove touch. And he's like, no, distance touch, right hand. So it's not as bad as I thought.
have you done?
Yeah, but I go, you do this, right? And you're like, here. And they go, yep. And then you know. But there's certain guys where you do this, they go, no, like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. But some people actually go like, yeah, but then they do this thing.
It's very rare. Very rare.
I hate this stuff though.
Yeah, it's super dirty.
This I thought was pretty trippy.
Trying to think, the only guy that told me no was Mitrione. I was like, this, he's all. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put you to sleep.
And you did.
Yeah.
All right. This is how fast someone that has like an eye injury, when they blow their nose, it just like swells up.
That's
this
why you can never blow your nose.
This is probably the craziest one I've ever seen. Look how big this is.
Yeah, you can. It just goes.
Instant, yeah.
How many fingers am I holding up? None.
And you see how he does the blowing the nose here, where his eye is perfectly fine for 1 second. Right there, it's fine. And then,
Oh, what was he thinking?
but look how fast
Yeah,
it goes.
because it's like filling up a tire. Boom.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you should do, man. Amateur hour.
People always say that too, but here's the last video. This is Merab dancing again on a high place, and he apparently almost fell off this cliff. Not going to put the music, but then you see this. I guess he's up here.
Oh, shit. Someone said UFC is honestly the safest one of Merab's hobbies. Yeah, that's wild. Damn.
And then he ends up like, kind of limping back, but I don't know. He always does this stuff.
He's a wild boy.
And that is it for current events.
All right, you got a fight night. Listen, it's rare I make guarantees. I can guarantee you this will be more entertaining than UFC London. Guarantee there's more finishes, better atmosphere. Donnie, please quit knocking on the wall. Brandon Moreno, Steve Erceg, fun. But Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer is the number one reason you should watch this. Rosa Jr., the young kid doing the damn thing. But Joe Pyfer is must-see TV. And they're on a hot streak. The Philly's finest, the Philly fades will be popping. His boy, Sean Brady, just kind of proved himself. Joe Pyfer's up next. Kelvin Gastelum, take my money. Is that it, dude?
That's it.
All right, kids. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the things the guys tell you to do. All right? I love you. See you out there.